Expulso! Descendo! Confrido!
Wait, what am I supposed to be doing? Hey guys, it's Penny here. I am playing Hogwarts Legacy. I am very excited. Obviously this game was released in February this year. And I did play it on the day that it came out. I got it on Steam. I'm very, very excited. I am a huge fan of Hogwarts Legacy. I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter. Absolutely anything and everything from that world. We're going to hop straight into the character creation. I just want to read this letter. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th year student. Term begins on 1 September. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you and will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, the decree for the reasonable restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside of school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the Ministry has graciously agreed to allow Professor Eleazar Fig to help you hone your spellcasting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of term feast at the sorting ceremony. Yours sincerely, Matilda Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. I know exactly how I want my character to look. We're gonna do it on hard mode. I wish there was like a god mode because
it was wonderful.
I've played it in hard mode before and it felt like a challenge, but I don't know, it kind of wasn't. Why is that in caps? Penny plays. She's a witch. I do identify as a witch, although I identify as a witch. No, I identify as a she, her. So we're gonna start the journey. That kind of looks relatively like me. And let's see how it goes. If anybody thinks that I need to change anything, please let me know in the comments. And I will go straight into the barber shop and I'll start adding things. So as the game progresses, I do want to add like a little bit of a character progression. I want to see her developing into something more. I don't yet know if I'm going to go the dark route or the light route. There's kind of really no difference except for whether you absorb the ancient magic at the end or not. But yeah. Because I'm playing it on PC, I don't yet have the exclusive Hogsmeade shop quest that PlayStation players do get to experience. I am hoping to create a little bit of a series with this though, so once I've completed what I've done and next year when that quest does release for all consoles and the PC, then I will be playing it and adding to the videos and hopefully slotting it in wherever it belongs. But let's hop straight in.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George, glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatre-goers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks.
So excited!
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, You couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's the glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I.
I like that they immediately believed her. They weren't like, oh, you're crazy.
His beard? How did you...
Wait! We do need to know.
I remember this gave me such a fright when this happened. I actually got such a fright. I'm so glad that Owl made it through though, but poor... I got such a fright though. I'm not gonna, I actually jumped when I first played that. And unfortunately it's not gonna be like first time reaction, you know. But new games are coming out and we're hoping to make lots and lots of content if and when I find and make the time. But we will see. I don't want to change the subject too much because we're obviously focused on Hogwarts Legacy right now, but I am hoping to do some Baldur's Gate. And that's kind of all that I have right now. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see me playing something like that. I could create
Take
something
this.
like that too, because
It's
that's
Wiggenweld
many
potion.
hours
That stuff will
of-
right you in a second.
of gameplay. It's just I think yeah, it leads to a specific group of people. So let me know if that's something that you want to see.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor,
Like why? It's easy pickings though. It would make
Sir.
sense for dragons to do that.
where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you
It's so
discovered was clearly a
pretty.
port key.
Port key.
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I know that it's like 1980s and stuff, and I want to keep it as authentic
feeling
as
better, sir.
possible, but
If you'd
I
like to
really
look around a
that's
bit.
good. With the
I would.
stockings, I mean,
But stay close.
it's giving...
We've no idea who created...
Revelio! Can I do Revelio? I can't do Revelio again.
If you're sure you're all right and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be.
It's so pretty. The waterfall and the grass and the wind and... Professor
Mind
Fig's
your
running.
step.
Why are you running? We're gonna walk. Should I do that? Should I do a full walking only playthrough? Or like a very realistic
Where do you
kind
suppose your
of
wife got the
traveling...
port key that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years
don't run
searching for
everywhere they go.
evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the port key, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center. Excellent!
Yeah! I wish there was mud.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected.
Some bruised butt cheeks there, Professor Fig. Okay, I'll run. If nobody knew, by the way, there is a chest here.
Almost there.
Don't mind if I do. So, if you go here, there's an Easter egg. There's a little mandrake and it's a niffler. It's a niffler looking, and some sweeties from Honeydukes. I still don't know what that means. And there's another chest here as well.
Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Tell me.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
I don't know if the
This
devs
statue-
kind of like
This may
missed
have
their
been his
chance
home.
to have made it to be Merlin. Or if they thought about that and they were like, oh, well, Merlin's already got his own story, he's already got his own kind of a history that he's made within the wizarding world. You don't need to create him into a story to make him like all-powerful. So
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking?
would have been cool though. And I wonder if that's not like
What's
maybe
this? Professor Fig!
like I don't know if they missed their chance to make it Merlin, or if it's possible that they're like saving
How
him for
odd.
like a Hogwarts Legacy
Why would someone have
2,
conjured that
or maybe
enchanted
there's
stone
like
here?
possibly
And
some
how
kind
is
of
there a room
DLC
behind it?
that they want to
What
make,
room?
and then they're like, oh, you've solved
I
all the
don't see
Merlin
anything.
trials, and then you get to like
There's that glow
I don't
again.
know, have like a 5
Like the
minute
glow on the
cutscene with
portkey
Merlin speaking
container.
with him. I don't know. It would be cool.
Godric's heart.
I'm rambling.
Where are
Tell me
we?
to shush.
I don't believe it.
Gringotts Wizarding Bank.
This way, then.
Stay close.
You'll want to take a breath.
A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over
dragon?
4 centuries
Is that the
ago.
oh.
It resides in
I
the
don't think so,
deepest
but
part of the
would have been
bank.
cool.
Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
I kind of wish they'd kept the cutscene of seeing how far you actually go into the bank. I'd love to see how big it is. That could be a DLC. That could also be Hogwarts Legacy 2. I also want Diagon Alley. So bad.
Number.
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
I like her face. I feel like I did well on the face. That's, yeah, I'm not going to be sad about that in cutscenes. So the first playthrough I ever did, I was like, I'm going to do my authentic Slytherin self. And I
Professor,
just so wanted to get
God
into
was
the
wearing was
game
glowing.
without having to take
the
too much
glue you saw
time
on the
doing character
portkey
creation. And I
container.
took like an hour to do character
Darker.
creation.
I saw that same glow
But
on
I
the
didn't
dragon's
like her
collar.
face.
Yeah, what was that?
And I couldn't
We were just
change
wondering
it.
about
I was
that
like, yeah, I can
goblin
change her
back
hair, I can add
He watches
eyebrows and
over
scars
the
and freckles
oldest
and stuff, but I
section
don't
of the
like
bank.
the base features.
Rarely
She had
anyone
very,
goes
very
there
chubby cheeks.
anymore.
Like very chubby. And I was like, that's so cute. Like I loved it when I made it. But in the cutscenes, I was like, it's giving chipmunk. I was like, I'm not loving it. I felt bad because I was like, this is not. I wanted this to be like my first authentic playthrough, and it kind of wasn't, because I just kept on looking at her face, and I was like, ugh. She's got such
was
a
the
cute
last
face,
time
but
this
it
fort
doesn't
was
feel
accessed?
like it's
A
me.
goblin has
you
been
know?
stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today.
Vault 12. I would have expected a lot more, like, growth around it. Water, because there's water dripping all the time, so, but I suppose, you know, magic. Magical caretakers making sure that the
Vault 12.
stalactites
Thank
and the
you for your
stalagmites
help.
don't grow over the doors. And there's a chest, by the way, right here. I missed it on my first playthrough because I was so excited to get in to the bank.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait!
I like how he doesn't ask if it's okay to do that.
That was certainly unexpected.
Basically just locked them
Let
in
me
there.
think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Ah, I have a
Revelio.
wand! Wait,
Yes,
this is
a
exciting.
revealing charm. No time like the
I
present.
bought this a couple months
Let's
ago. It's
see
actually,
what we're missing, shall
it's
we?
actually dusty.
Ready your wand and focus.
Let's do this together. Let's learn together. So Revelio is literally like, it's literally the R, so it's Revelio. So imagine you're at Hogwarts and now you have to do all of these spells, but you have to remember now that each of those spells has a specific wand movement. You have to remember that wand movement with the spell. So like a Revelio. So in the game, I mean, we always see her saying Revelio, Revelio, Revelio every 5 seconds when you're doing something. They would actually be like Revelio, Revelio, Revelio with an R the whole time. You imagine how like frustrating that must be, that you like type that in, that you like swing your wand in such a specific movement, and Accio was also a specific movement. So like all of these things is such like I don't know. I don't think it would be easy to learn to be a wizard, especially if you're like coming from the Muggle world. Like I know you learn the alphabet, and you could probably consider it to be the same.
Revelio. There, I saw
The same
something.
thing as like
Move a bit
learning
closer and
the
try
letters of the
again.
alphabet. You have to do a specific movement of your pen or your pencil so that you can
A door.
write. But like
Well, that's a
I don't know.
start. There's that symbol again.
with how quickly
I don't suppose you see a
you
way
can
to...
cast spells.
I do, Professor. That symbol
this
has
game.
the same glow as the one I saw on
You
the
have to think.
portkey
Okay, you
container.
can cast
If what you can see
Expelliarmus,
reveals the way
Incendio,
forward, then I dare say we
configure
are
all
about
of
to
them
discover
like
the
literally
secret
in
of this
quick
will lead
session.
the way.
Imagine you knowing all of those wand movements so well, and then casting them
Lumos.
like so quickly. And Lumos is also it's an elf.
This is no ordinary
So I was
vault.
literally sitting there, I'm like,
I suspect we
Lumos.
will need to earn our way out of here.
Lumos.
What do you mean,
And then what's
earn our
Nox?
way
We never
out?
actually learned what Nox
Do
is.
you
Nox
think
and X?
this is some
No,
sort of test?
I don't know.
I do. But to what end, I can't
And
say.
then obviously the AK
Stay close.
is
There will be no disapparating if things
the
go
lightning
poorly.
bolt.
Not out of Gringotts.
Lightning bolt. So he was like literally Havana Gadabra with his you can't see. He was like, oh, what's he doing? How does he hold the wand? Harry Potter, the boy who lived, come to die. Havana Gadabra. He holds his wand like a boom. But like you still have to remember you got to do a wand movement, bro. Oops.
Revelio.
Imagine holding your wand like a tit and then casting a spell that takes such a heavy concentration.
What is it?
That glow again, but on
I know
the floor.
that there's chest here somewhere.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Oh, it's not an L. It's an A without the little line. An A. It's a V. It's an upside down V. Okay, I thought it was an L. What's an L? Who's there?
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
I have to remember I got this in hard mode, so I have to dodge and I have to use Protego. How do you use Protego again?
Protego!
Okay, just why. Okay.
Accio! Descendo! Levioso! Deposo!
Accio!
Exposo! Deposo!
Ah!
Levioso! Con...
I have to be quicker.
Descendo!
Protego! Stupefy!
Levioso!
Stupefy!
Confringo! Ippolitato! Exposo! Descendo! Confringo!
Wait, what am I supposed to be doing?
Levioso!
I think they have to like...
Stupefy!
Exposo! Potato! Levioso!
Stupefy!
Confringo! Lumos!
Lumos.
Stay close!
I loved that fight! That was so cool! Look, back to back with Professor Fig, let's go! Normally I would... Okay, bye!
Professor?
Normally I'd like be
Professor
all over
Fig?
the battlefield because I'm like dodging
Professor,
everywhere.
where are you? This isn't good. Where am I supposed to go?
Where am I
Lumos.
supposed to go?
What's happening? The wisps of magic seem to be leading me somewhere.
They gave away way too much.
Revelio.
The game isn't
Lumos.
very mysterious. They literally tell you, the wisps of magic are leading me somewhere. Maybe I should follow
Oh,
them.
that's where they're leading me. That glow again.
Basically telling me, I'm looking for this specific item. Maybe it's in that chest over there that's inconspicuously hiding behind the waterfall.
Revelio. I suppose I'm on my own this time.
Do you know what I mean? It's like you guys didn't have to hold
Lumos.
our hands to such an extent. We want to play the game. We want to
I have no
explore.
choice. I'm going to have to fight my way out of here. Tego, stupefy. Stupefy.
Spam, spam, spam.
Stupefy.
Yes, I've been using that. Ah, fast enough. Throw.
Tego. Stupefy. Tego, stupefy. Stupefy. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Oh, I forgot that you can sprint. Why would I want to
Revelio.
sprint? There's like cool
Lumos.
stuff to see. We're in Casa Doom, guys. Come on.
Revelio.
Isn't there a chest here somewhere?
Lumos.
Why is the cloak doing that? Don't do that. That's fix yourself. Thank you.
Revelio.
What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin.
That
is a pensive
This is no mere
for
ranger.
viewing memories.
This is Aragorn, son of
I
Aragorn.
wonder,
You owe him your allegiance.
follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Oh,
Ramrock.
right.
I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
He is a scary
Sir?
villain.
They have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have them.
I have no patience for traitors.
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
With puzzle with his fig, don't threaten his friends. Yeet. Oh, we are in trouble. I'm talking so much. I'm sorry. You're lucky that freaking worked, Penny, because, like, you didn't know that was gonna work.
Are you
were
all right?
hoping.
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come,
Cue music.
we have a sorting ceremony to get to.
I could hobble so badly. beautiful. It's so beautiful. Take me there. Take me there. I want to go home. So we are going to kind of end it at the end of the sorting ceremony. I'm going to put her into Slytherin. I don't know if we're going to be playing it like the Slytherins that we kind of know. Like, she's not
I'm no expert,
an evil Slytherin, but she does
appropriate.
want to be ambitious
Now,
and successful. So
I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony?
I actually have like a tear here. Does it make my eyes itchy? Ah. Why has my tear made my eye itch?
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome.
Professor Garlic, look at her! Ronan, Professor Ronan. Oh, I'm so excited to see her in class. Herbology would be so fun for me. I would love to go to herbology, specifically because I would love to grow the stuff that you could use in potions. Like...
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I can't wait to explore. Look, I would love to go to class. I think I would just soak in all of the information that the professors would give me, but the exploration of that castle, there's no competition.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Look, I'm not even going to deny. I want
Is
Slytherin.
it ambition? I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Interesting.
Feel that right now.
You've recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
An eagerness for power, is that correct? It's like... They always like twisting Slytherins around. They want to make you feel...
You belong in
evil.
Slytherin!
You just want what you want and you're not afraid to go out and get it. Just maybe a little lazy sometimes.
Oh, and one more thing.
He's just
Due to
very
the
snazzy.
unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether. But don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Should have just been like,
Quite
bedtime.
an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right
I
this
love
way.
her. I love her so much. What's nerve-wracking about it though is that in the original history is
It's
Professor
quite
Weasley.
uncommon for a
It's never
student
a
to begin
thing.
as a
So I
fifth
wonder
year.
what
It
happens
may be a bit
to
of a
her between
challenge,
Professor Black.
but one I'm sure
Resourceful.
I
Who's
suspected as
the
much.
headmaster?
This is the entrance
After
to
him?
the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Aspiration.
I want the password to be abundance. That would be good.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some
I
sleep.
don't remember
You have a
who
big
the
day ahead
professor
of you
was
tomorrow.
after
I shall
Professor
be back in the
Black
morning
before
to collect
Professor
you for your
Dumbledore.
first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Anyway, Professor Weasley was never a headmaster. She was deputy, and then there was a different headmaster straight after Black. That is recorded in history. Well, it's canon that Professor Weasley was never a headmaster, so I
Looks like
wonder
everyone's gone. Better head
what
to the
is
common room.
actually going to happen with Professor Weasley, because we don't yet know. Does she get asked to leave? Does she die? Like, why does she never become headmistress? What happens? I'm gonna loot this boy's chest. Give me all your money. Stealing already. Thievery will not be tolerated at Hogwarts. I just want the proper pause menu, and then I'm gonna end it here because I
suppose some introductions are in order.
do need to.
Must be different, starting Hogwarts in your 5th year.
Wonder where they're from. They're looking in Dumbledore.
Sebastian.
Did you see the way they just waltzed?
Hi Seb. How you doing?
Can I?
A little room
Ah, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Saller.
Are you normally that
Welcome
rude to the
Slytherin.
classmates you already
Thank you.
know?
Not everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Fig's who merely joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
I was excited.
It was dreadful, certainly, but quite an experience nonetheless.
Interesting perspective. How did you and Fig manage to escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't mean to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
I don't think a single student likes Professor Black. They may pretend, but they don't.
Hi, Ominous.
I think I heard one. Doubt mermaids find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new 5th year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I do like to make an entrance.
Well, if I'm going to make my mark here, I had to start right away.
You're definitely in the right house. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here, though I doubt you'll need it.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along, though. Been known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Keeps them busy and not doing their homework.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with blood status, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
It's nice meeting you.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
I won't.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Have you guys ever like tapped these cat thingies? They're so creepy. Look at this. Ah! They're so creepy. What is that? A horse? A unicorn? Aw. Why have I never looked at that? I've played this game 3 times and I've never actually seen swing. I've never actually seen like what is in the common room. But do you wanna know why? Do you wanna know why? Guys. So it's actually very clear at the moment, but when I played the previous 2 playthroughs of my game, I had an out-of-date graphics driver. And Hogwarts Legacy, like every time I played it, it came up and it was like, you need to update your driver. And I just couldn't figure out how. Like I know I'm blonde. I know I can definitely have a blonde moment sometimes, but I tried so hard to update that driver and just nothing worked. I went into NVIDIA, I went into the website, I went into the control panel, just nothing. It wasn't working. So I was like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm dumb, or the update isn't yet available, or I don't know. But then I played Baldur's Gate and it came up with the same message. It was like, oh, you need to update your driver, it's outdated. And I was like, I don't know how, but the difference is with Baldur's Gate is that Larian Studios actually sent me a link. And they were like, you just follow this link to like update your game. And I was like, why? Nobody gave me that before?
Good
Why?
morning. I trust you're ready
Sorry,
for your
everything's
first
like
day
a
at
little
Hogwarts.
better
I've been
looking. I
dreaming
want
of
to
this
see
day for a
something
long
though,
time.
because I never
Can't believe
saw
I'm here.
lacewing
you
flies
are here.
flying
Make
around
the
the
most of
bushes
it.
when
You
I was
only
outside.
have one first
So
day
we're going to
at
discover that
Hogwarts.
together, but probably
Now,
only
in
in the
light of
next
your
video.
unique
This has already gone
situation,
on
joining
for
us as a
quite
fifth
long.
year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates
Like
and not
almost the
fall
length of the live
behind.
stream.
Especially as you'll
So,
be expected to
we'll
complete
see.
your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success.
Yay, the book.
Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a 5th year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
So, I've never found all of the
Thank
pages.
you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Never found all
Perhaps
the pages.
seeing it in
And that's kind of want to be
will
my
answer any
goal
questions you may
before
have.
the final
Walk with
feast
me
at
and
the
we
end
shall
of the
put
year.
it to the test.
I want to find
This way.
all of the field guide pages and all of the collectibles, and I want to
I
like 100%
certainly would have
the game.
appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Do keep up.
I'm right next to you. Why are you telling me to keep up?
Why don't you cast Revelio on that statue and see what details the field guide can
This is
provide?
a Kelpie. The statue depicts a Kelpie, a shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland in Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. That's a Kelpie.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall. And here we are. Quite the time saver.
I don't like it.
These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
I can never get enough of the castle.
Hello. It's freaking beautiful, man.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today.
You're gonna hear
and
all
I'd
these tummy
like to be
noises
sure
now.
you get to
Why?
Hogsmeade as soon
Obviously
as
hungry.
possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Don't want to exhaust dialogue options. Like, we all know what Charms class is, we know what Defense Against Dark Arts is, and we know where Hogsmeade and what Hogsmeade is.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Love Professor Hecat, she's so
You
cute.
mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily,
so cute.
your
I love
professors
her.
have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself.
Oh, my foot's numb.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig.
And she shut up here.
Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Or they
Yes.
can't assume,
You
right?
seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
No, you really don't have to. This is kind of dragging on now.
Good luck today. And remember to
Wanted
use
to end it like
your
at the
field
sorting,
guide.
but
It will be invaluable
I
to
need
you.
this field guide to be done.
Invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Okay, I'm not going to talk to Professor Fig. This is where we're going to end it because I think this video has gone on for long enough and I'm hungry. So, thank you guys so much for coming to my absolute long rant and basically listening to me rant and talk to myself and just think I'm funny while playing a video game. Because that's how this works, right? So, thank you very much. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. If you have anything that you'd like to say, anything you'd like to add, you'd like to tell me, Penny, please shut up. You talk way too much in your videos. Like, anything that you guys have to say would absolutely be so appreciated. Appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much, and have a very, very good day, night,